Hey everybody, Max Good here. I'm Keeper of the Flame and Director of Equipment Reviews at AmazingRibs.com. So you're thinking of buying a charcoal grill? I'm not going to argue with you. Gas grills are somewhat more popular. But generally speaking, charcoal grills are less expensive, with fewer moving parts to break down, and have a wider temperature range than most gassers. Charcoal enables you to cook low and slow smoked meats, sizzling seared steaks, and anything in between. Yes, they require a little more skill, but it ain't rocket science, and we have a wealth of tips and techniques about cooking on charcoal at AmazingRibs.com that will help you achieve backyard domination in no time flat. You may be tempted to ask, Max, what's the best charcoal grill? A better question is, what's the best charcoal grill for my budget and my cooking style? I can help, but only you can make that call. So start by asking yourself, how much do I want to spend and how big of a grill do I need? Let's start with price. Like everything else, you get what you pay for. Not to say low-cost equipment isn't available. In fact, you can get a great charcoal grill for way less than a decent gas grill. On the other hand, high-end charcoal grills that often have cool features do exist. Now size. Unless you're trying to squeeze a grill into a small space like a condo patio, or just want a little portable for tailgating or bopping to the beach, go big. Why? Well, obviously if you have a big family or host a lot of parties, you also don't want to crowd the grill. Always leave at least a ½ inch between things being cooked. But there's another very important reason many overlook: two-zone cooking capability. One of the most important techniques an outdoor cook must learn is how to create a two-zone setup. This allows you to move the food off the hot flame into a cooler area where it roasts from convection and indirect heat. To do this, you need to have enough space to push the coals to one side. If your grill doesn't allow two-zone cooking, you will be handicapped. And when you go two-zone, you cut your active cooking service in half. A small grill gets really small. And remember, for two-zone cooking, you need a lid. Flat-top grills without lids are meant for simple grilling over direct heat. A lid is necessary for large foods like roasts and even thick steaks. And once you learn to control your fire, throw on a few hunks of wood and make smoked ribs and brisket that rivals most restaurants. Another advantage of charcoal grills over gas grills. More on that later. Alright then, let's get the briquettes bouncing. A good place to start is with my searchable equipment reviews. Go to AmazingRibs.com. In our red navigation bar at the top of your screen, click on Product Ratings and Reviews. And here you'll see our search options on the left. Right now we're looking for charcoal grill. Price range. Let's go for under $200 to $600. Of course, you might want to spend more. And mid-size to large. Once again, if you need a little portable grill or something to feed an army, click search and let's go. Search options on mobile devices are on the bottom rather than the left side. Scroll down to search on mobile. When you cook indoors, you take it for granted that your oven can be set to the temperature you want, right? But many accept that charcoal grill temperatures are a guessing game, a crapshoot. Don't! You're smarter than that bag of charcoal. Charcoal grills don't have dials labeled low, medium, and high, but they have adjustable air dampers that do the same thing. Control the air intake and exhaust, and you control your cooking temperature. The name of the game with charcoal is effective air control, and that requires tight construction all the way around. Think of your charcoal grill as a sealed system. The lid, dampers, external ash removal designs, and fuel replenishment doors should have a snug fit. Wobbly dampers and loose lids allow unregulated air to enter and leave the grill, making fire management difficult. A charcoal grill with tight construction makes you the master of your fire. Open the intake damper to feed oxygen to the charcoal for higher temps and close it down to temper the heat. And that's why charcoal grills are much better at smoking meat than gas grills. Gas grills have to be well ventilated for safety reasons. When you burn wood in a gas grill, the smoke billows out the back and it burns up quickly. In your sealed charcoal grill, with the fire purring away at low and slow temps, smoke is allowed to linger and work its magic flavor and aroma into your foods, same as a charcoal or wood-burning smoker. On the other side of the heat spectrum, charcoal grills put most gassers to shame when it comes to high-temp searing. I don't want to sound down on gas. Gas grills have many positive attributes that make them the instrument of choice for the majority of backyard cooks. But nothing beats a rip-roaring red-hot bed of charcoal for sizzling steaks. And some charcoal grills have adjustable height charcoal grates that allow you to move the fire closer to or farther away from the cook surface, adding an extra dimension to grilling. We talked about the necessity of having a lid earlier. Now let's talk about what's planted in just about every lid you'll find. An antiquated, inaccurate thermometer. Even if these cave-era heat estimators were accurate, they're usually located high above the cook surface and are routinely off by 50 to 100 degrees. You absolutely need accurate modern digital thermometers. Don't worry, we've got searchable reviews for them too. Cooking grates are typically cast iron or steel rods. Cast iron grates are heavy and have high thermal capacity, making them very efficient at holding and transmitting heat to meat. Hence, cast iron has become associated with searing and those crisscross sear marks. However, the best searing comes from intense, radiant heat, and nothing does a better job than a screaming hot, bright red charcoal fire. Thin steel rod grates are our favorite choice because they expose the meat surface to direct radiant heat from below and allow an even overall brown crust to develop. Stainless steel rod grates are also easy to clean and last a long time. Charcoal burns up and needs to be replenished. Most charcoal grills are designed to give easy access to the fire, so you don't have to remove your food and cooking grates. Two common methods are hinged grates and fire access drawers. Ash builds up and needs to be removed, or it can restrict airflow. Here again, manufacturers know you want to clear out ash without taking the grill apart. This is usually accomplished with a removable ash cup at the bottom, or a slide-out ashtray. Always remove ash after grilling because it can absorb moisture, which leads to corrosion and shortens the life of your grill. Charcoal grills generally don't have as many bells and whistles as gas grills, although add-ons like rotisseries, pizza oven inserts, and handle lights are available as options. Also, unlike gas grills, very few models have stainless steel bodies, but many do come with built-in tool hooks, work shelves, and some even have gas ignition. All those things are nice, but remember, first and foremost, tight, solid construction. Avoid loose lids and wobbly dampers, doors, and legs. Once you find the charcoal grill of your dreams, come back to AmazingRibs.com early and often for tested recipes, tips and techniques, and everything you need to know about outdoor cooking. And if you really want to have some good old barbecue fun, check out our Pitmaster Club, 16,000 members and growing. Grab your tongs and jump in. And while you're at it, sign up for our free email newsletter, Smoke Signals. It's the best way to keep up with our new articles, new recipes, and new product reviews. AmazingRibs.com, the biggest, baddest barbecue website in the world.